Okay, Joe, this is your evaluation question 1 feedback. So, first thing is, this is not the question, so you need to actually put the question, which is about using, developing, or challenging. Second thing that you need to be aware of is that there should be some form of introduction. So again, here is an exemplar that you may wish to look at. This is Terra House. So again, if we go on here, just going to kill the sound when it comes up. Okay, so on their evaluation, as you can see, they have an introduction where they have put the title of the question, which is on there, and then they've actually done an introduction defining what the words are. They then follow that with a mood board, which again you can take from your research and planning before you start going into all the elements. Okay, just from skimming through, here we've got 2 examples. Here we've got 2 examples. Okay, and then you've talked about here, you've challenged this convention, very good, so you've talked about blue. So it's very difficult to see this stuff because it's not side by side, and you did suddenly moved on to a magazine and now we come back to a poster. Now this is, magazine, and now we're coming back to a poster, so it's very chaotic in terms of what's happening here. It's not easy to see the side by side comparison. So I think you need to look at how that is laid out in a more opportune way to actually compare what you've done with what someone else has done, what you've done with what someone else has done, what you have done with what someone else has done. Just looking through, so you talked about poster, there is an analysis of a magazine, there is no comparison to your magazine. Just looking through, in terms of structure, you've talked about trailer length. Yeah, okay, and there is some evaluation on here. So ultimately you've talked about 1, 2, 3, 4 things. There's not enough in here to justify the individual contribution of one student. So I think there needs to be more, substantially more on this. Again, if I show you an example from last year of a student who did their own evaluation, this is what I'd be expecting from you as an individual contribution. So if I go on to Resolution Studios, if we go to post-production, and then you can see Madeline's individual evaluation, which is here. And you can see what she did for question 1. Now for her question 1, you'll notice that she has numerous examples that come up on her emails. That is taking so long to load. There you go. So that's the amount of work that she did as an individual student from coming through here. So again, there's her introduction. Yeah. And you can see she's talked about costume, she's talked about the side-by-side in her 2 pieces of work. She has talked about the barcodes, she's talked about the QR codes, she's talked about the use of mastheads, she's talked about the editing, and she's edited down the videos. So again, there's a substantial amount of work that you still need to do to this. At the moment, I'd be saying that this is quite a very low basic, so this is kind of like a borderline E grade. There's not much on there, and I don't feel that it fully reflects the contribution of one student. So that is your feedback for evaluation question 1. In the same recording, I'll do question 2. Okay, so obviously question 2, there's nothing there, so I'll have to use some feedback of that at a later date. Question 3. Okay, so introduction, we haven't written our products. So again, question 3, there's not really much on there that I can give you any feedback on currently. And then if we go to question 4, which should have been done 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, yep, good. We talked about technology. So again here, you could bring in some of the stuff that you've been writing about under your question 1A, where we talked about the impact of technology on creativity. So you can put some of the comments that you've got from your introduction from that essay into that section. Again, this is Madeline's work, so you can see the amount of work that she's done there on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plus introduction. So if we go back to yours again, we'll see that we're looking for about 14 things to be saying. We've talked about that. Okay, we talked about YouTube. So again, it's difficult to see where we're at because you've got, for the evaluation, you use these things. You haven't mentioned Weebly, which is what I'm actually watching it on, which is strange. You have mentioned Weebly there, but there's no images of the website that you're actually making at the minute. So there's only 2 technologies used there. Okay, I'm not sure what that's saying. Mac. I'm not sure why that's a GIF. Okay, and you haven't spoken about the research and the planning. So again, for this section, I can only really give you a U grade because it's not really substantial. It's minimal. Hopefully Madeline's is loaded now, so we can see what she did. So yeah, look, you know, you've got full annotation. She's defined what media technology is. She's talked about how she's used Blogger. She's talked about how she's used YouTube, which you kind of did, but not for the introduction. Here's the evidence on screen. She's also done some additional comments where she's logged that stuff, and this is quite consistent all the way through here. Look, if I show you this. So she's talked about Final Cut. You've not even mentioned Final Cut, and it's probably one of the biggest pieces of technology that you used. So again, for this section, I can only really give you a U grade for that. Okay, so hopefully substantial improvement when I see this for the final time after half term.